So I don't know if they want me to say this, but I'm just gonna say it. Our first drop, right? I posted 3 TikToks about it. That was our promo. We had zero ad spend. Spent $200 to make all the art and stuff. So we're expecting we'll sell like fucking 10, 20 of these. Cool. We made $70,000 in the first like I want to say like 8 hours.
Are you natural or not?
Oh no, I'm not.
Welcome back. We have my man Connor, Sinann on the channel. A lot has changed since last time. Last time we were chatting, you had plans to go somewhere, and then all of a sudden I look up and you're everywhere. So let's just go and because I don't know, people might they know who you are, but I want to give them more of an introduction again. So let's just go back. Let's just see where things began. Let's see where the business is at right now. What plans you have later down the road. Some questions that people are probably asking and wondering and pondering that we'll get into, and we'll just, get into it. So thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I want to go from the beginning because I want to just get back. But like, what got you into this? Like, hold on. First of all, can you give us your full name, age, where you're from, height, weight?
The whole biography.
Get
Well,
it on, yeah.
my name's Connor Sinann, from Toronto, Ontario. 21 years old, 6'2". Well, if you read YouTube comments, I'm anywhere from 5'8" to 6'4", but you know what I mean? So as far as like getting into like content creation and I guess we're in like the fitness niche, I started back as like a video editor. So during like quarantine or whatever, I was like broke. I had no money. And I understood that I needed to have some sort of skill so I could make money, right? Because nowhere around me was like hiring. I mean, I could have maybe got a job at like a grocery store, maybe, but I remember applying to like packaging companies and things of that nature. Wasn't really happening for me, so I picked up video editing, and I knew that was a skill that was in demand. You know what I mean? And by the way, guys, if you're watching this and you need a skill, you definitely should try video editing because you can learn it for free. So I went down that route, started working with various fitness influencers, started doing a little bit of videography, bought a camera. It was a Sony ZV-1, shitty little
Nice.
camera. But, it got the job done. So that was kind of where I started. And so in doing work for other people, I realized, well, I can kind of just do this for myself, right? So I started making content.
Who are you doing kind of like editing for? You don't have to
I,
say specific, like it's anybody
yeah.
or
So okay, so as far as that, like there would be people who had like millions of followers. I don't want to say their name. People who were like budding fitness influencers in like the 10, 20K range. And then there would just be people who just like, hey, like I need this video done for their
nice.
own personal like enjoyment, right? Yeah, so that's how it started. And I feel like as far as creating content being on the internet, it's always something I wanted to do. I was like, I'm an O2. So the first iteration of like YouTubers who could sustainably make a living on the platform, like I was a kid when that was like a thing, right? I was like
Yeah.
in, elementary to middle school, and you'd see PewDiePie or like I don't know, who was there, like Jenna Marbles. I'm trying to think. Niga Higa, that like comedy YouTuber. There was a couple other people. It's been a while. I need to re up on my YouTube knowledge, but
Yeah.
um, I was like extremely inspired by that, and I always kind of knew like I would be in this space. So that's where it started for me. And I just honestly started posting fitness content because that's kind of what I knew about. Ultimately, like if you want people to watch your videos, you have to have some sort of like authority in some sense. So people actually like listen to what you're saying. So I figured I'd made like a good weight loss transformation, built some muscle, posted about fitness, had decent knowledge. So I just started posting about fitness.
So you're what? So that was during the quarantine. That was you're 21 now. So you were you
Yeah,
just 18, 19, 17, 18?
I was 18. Yeah.
18. Yeah. You're still in school.
Yeah.
You're shooting you're pretty much done this semester, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're almost done. My last exam's on the 4th. So,
You're 21, you're doing your fitness now,
mm.
content wise. Your channel is, still growing well a lot. You do mostly long with like what would you say your biggest niche would be for like, when it comes to like content? Like if someone goes to your channel, what are they getting 100%?
So that would kind of depend on the platform. So I obviously mainly do short form content. I haven't really broken into long form yet, although that's like my plan for the future. On TikTok, I share stories. I post pretty much effectively the same stuff, but on
Yeah.
TikTok, I post like more like life experience stories, more personal. Like I'm literally just talking to the camera. There's no editing going on. In
Yeah.
addition to the content I post on YouTube Shorts, it's more about like fun entertainment. I do some bodybuilding stuff, some MMA stuff, usually centered around like physiques and fitness and things of that nature.
Yeah.
A little bit of diet stuff here and there, which I want to get more into. But
Nice.
that's pretty much like my like bread and butter. And I try and inject a little bit of comedy and some of my personality in there. I have a
Yeah.
really weird sense of humor, man. Like a lot of people would watch my videos and honestly they'd probably be like, what is this, and I don't blame them, but
Yeah.
yeah, so that's pretty much that as far as that goes.
I find you're like you're sarcastic
Yeah,
and like it
I've like very dry humor for
yeah, I
sure.
was about to say like you have some like that good like dry humor. So it's like some people might find it hard to like get at first. So like, wait a minute, this is a joke, and you're like, oh shoot.
Right, yeah, no, I can honestly, like, a lot of people just don't know when I'm joking, and I kind of find that funny, so I kind
Yeah,
of,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do in school, by the way? What's your degree? What are you gonna
So the degree, what it is it's like a criminal justice degree. So that's like
Nice.
that involves like political science, sociology, a little bit of psychology. You have to do a few kind of like rudimentary math courses like statistics and things of that nature. But uh
Yeah.
it's a bachelor of arts. It's not I'm not an engineer or nothing.
No, we took basically I did a double concentration criminology and sociology. So
Yeah.
you probably did like pretty similar stuff, but dope, cool. So okay, so you're doing the school thing, the YouTube thing, and then your brand is super successful. So I mean
Sir,
like
yes, sir.
drop it
That's
in
just
there, man.
yeah, man. So I'm CEO of Retaliation Project. It's a budding clothing brand in the fitness niche. We do, some anime stuff, we do some fitness stuff. Yeah, it's honestly been quite I was honestly quite shocked when for the way it grew. I'm shocked about, because I started the brand with $200. My initial thought was, okay, I want to just make some stuff that I like and I would like to wear. And if someone wants to buy it, that's fine. But the demand just got like out of hand, actually. So I run it with other people too. So I don't know if they want me to say this, but I'm just gonna say it. Our first drop, right? I posted 3 TikToks about it. That was our promo. We had zero ad spend, spent $200 to make all the art and stuff, and we sold it as like a pre-order, right?
Yeah.
Because we had set up like the back end for fulfillment. Okay, so we're expecting we'll sell like fucking 10, 20 of these. Cool. We made $70,000 in the first like I want to say like 8 hours.
Wow.
And like I looked at that shit and I was like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was in awe. But the business almost failed. And I'll tell you why. We went to the bank. We said, okay, we want to send this wire transfer to the manufacturer so we can fulfill our orders. They said, what are you doing with $70,000? You you look like you don't even know how to read. What is this? So they froze our account for like out of suspicion for fraud, right?
Wow.
So the money we made, we couldn't move it. So the way we saved the business is we all just used our credit cards basically, and just like credit card, credit card, credit card. And so people got their clothes, and then eventually the bank unfroze the account. We were able to, pay off our credit.
Wow.
So yeah, but yeah, no, present day we sponsor multiple athletes, and honestly, the my favorite thing about it, other than the fact that people get cool clothes that they like, is some of the people we worked with, we literally changed their lives. There is
Nice.
a there's one kid, one athlete. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but he's our top athlete right now, and he was in like crippling student debt, right? but I sponsored him. I gave him a chance because he posted kind of like more like edgier stuff. And no one wanted to sponsor him because it's like, oh, I don't know about this kid. I gave him a shot, blows up 500, 600, 700K on Instagram alone. I don't even know about his other platforms. And then
Uh,
Young LA is hitting him up, Gymshark's hitting him up, you know what I'm saying? And he stuck with us, and he was able to from being in debt, he was able to pay it all off, being with our brand and
let's go.
making sales for us, and obviously we paid him a
Dope.
salary as well. Yeah, no, it's dope, man.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, like, so, like, what's the name, the reason behind Retaliation?
This is a funny story. There's like kind of like a double mantra. The way we kind of present it is like retaliation, like destroy what destroy used to destroy you kind of thing. So it's like you're retaliating against your old self or the thought of your old self or like whatever was like holding you back. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you're bettering yourself, destroying the old you. The reason I came up with it though is because I was like, I'm spending 8 to 10 hours a day on my social media. I'm not making no money, getting all these views. I can't monetize it. I'm hitting up these clothing brands like, yo, what's up? They're like, nah, we don't want you. I'm like, okay, fuck you. I'm gonna make a better brand, Retaliation
Yeah.
Project. And so
Nice.
what ended up happening was once I really like actually grew, because like I'm talking like 50 to I had like 50 to 70K on TikTok, right? And like nothing on Instagram. And I don't even know if I had YouTube yet. No, I did, but I was just starting. Um, so like I don't really blame them for not wanting to take me on, but just like in my mind, sometimes like when you're a competitive person, you manufacture this like delusional
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
kind of thing that like pushes you in the right direction. It's like a lot of
Yeah.
like athletes I've noticed have that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of how it started. I was just like kind of like, like screw these guys. Like let me make my own thing. And it's crazy because we dead ass have like a community. And
Nice.
you know, a lot of brands have been looking at the stuff we make and been for lack of like, straight up they've been copying us. So
Really? Man, sick. So you have your brand, so you're basically like competition with Young LA and Alpha Lead, or would you say?
yeah, yeah, yes and no, because it's competition, but at the same time, like we can all win at the end of the day. Like
Of course.
as much as
Of
like I
course.
joke around and I'm like, yo, this is the best clothing brand, like screw all these other guys. It really isn't like that because
No,
every brand has their own thing that they're known for and that they specialize in. Like we're not trying to make Gymshark like those the shirts that say Gymshark on them and they're like $12 or whatever. Like and they're pretty stretchy and comfortable. Like no brand's gonna beat that. From our perspective, we think that there's no fitness brand that makes the quality of hoodies we do. You know what I mean? 100% cotton, acid wash, cut and sew, 460 GSM. There's no one that comes close in the space. Young LA has I don't even know what Young LA has, but they have stuff that probably they're known for. You know what I mean? So it's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
everyone could eat. There's like this whole I feel like especially in the fitness industry because like there's like as you know it's like a industry rooted in like a lot of insecurity. People kind of
yeah,
look at it, it's like, oh, if they have this then we can't have it, but that's not reality. Like
yeah.
you can make money, we can make money, and we can provide a good service and value
Of
to our
course.
customers. You know what I'm
Of
saying? So
course. We have our favorite brands and we wear our favorite brands. It's not like, Nike's, pissed at Adidas and Adidas pissed at whatever. Then, Lululemon get mad at Aloe and, Gucci getting
yeah,
pissed off at Versace. Like people are going to buy what they want to buy regardless. And it's very true. It's funny you say that because you're 21 and the fact that you have that awareness of the mass insecurities floating in this industry that is masked behind muscle and sometimes knowledge. It's
it's
good
like
that you're
a
aware of it.
yeah, it's a gorilla suit, but it's like I've been there
Yeah,
though. I understand it on the level because like I felt it. Like I remember because when I was like a kid, I was like 15. I'd like look at some dude, let's say like David Late. I'm just making this up, but I'd literally feel like upset because I'm like, why don't I look like this? You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then like there's like a saying I like, and it's like all people want is like to feel better, right? So if they're ever struggling and they feel like upset or sad or angry or whatever, all they want to do is like eliminate that. So
yeah.
kind of some of the negativity that we see is a symptom of that feeling and just
Yeah.
wanting to feel, okay about yourself.
Yeah, yeah, totally. So where can people join your Discord or something? How do they how do you get involved? Get
Yeah,
with
no,
you.
absolutely. So Retaliation Project, Instagram, we have a Discord and we have an affiliate and we have like sign up link, right?
Cool.
So there's like an ambassador program and it's really cool. We give you these like if you sign up for the ambassador program, you are obviously picked out of a group. Like we don't accept everyone for the
Yeah,
ambassador program. And we
yeah.
send you this cool box, we send you clothes, and then we keep up to date with you. And I have employees that like talk to these people and kind of strategize content, things of that nature. Right.
So
So it really is
yeah,
a community.
yeah. So you're talking like, I mean, I kind of like, I don't want to not say it because like I felt like I was gonna stop myself from asking you what's your business in terms of like 10x, six figure, you know what I mean? Like, but
Mm,
I thought I'm like, I don't want them to feel, but it's like, no, these people should understand. You're 21 years old. You're gonna finish school in a couple years.
mm.
You have your own business. There's kids out there that are watching, that want to be inspired and, is this possible for me? And it's like, yo, spit it out. You don't have to say exactly what number, but like, where's your business at in terms of like economics, finance?
Well, at this point, it's like in terms of revenue, we've generated, like well over $1 million. And that was we hit that like a while ago. Here's the thing though, like most businesses like fail at first. Like your first business is always gonna fail. I would say that like Retaliation is technically like not my first business
Yeah,
because
of
I did like the editing thing and like that's kind of like a business. It's a different
course,
kind of business. It's not a
of
product,
course.
it's a service. But yeah, but as far as the amount of revenue we've brought in, like this Black Friday, like it was a lot of rev. Like more than any other month, it's like November, December, those are like the best, and it's like the
Yeah,
same thing on YouTube. But yeah, so the business has generated, a lot of money like for me, and it's a small business, so and it's in its infancy. It's not even been a year yet.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I mean, is it possible? Yeah, and I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm not like particularly brilliant. I always tell this to people. People give me a lot of credit sometimes, like especially like if they just meet me and they're like, wow, like, it's crazy how you're able to do all this stuff. But at the same time, I just got to be real. And it's like, I was able to do it because I just tried, like
yeah,
I gave it like my best shot and I really wasn't focused on like the result because I went into it thinking, okay, if I lose everything, then I learned something, you know? And it's important to take risks when you're young because I don't have kids, I don't have a mortgage, I don't really have any responsibility. So if I fail, okay, fine, then I just go back to school, right? I mean, my big advice would be just to try,
yeah,
and you never know where it's going to take you.
yeah, yeah. Unreal. It's yeah, it's dope. It's cool because like it's seeing someone like yourself, and I just did a little piece. I did a piece on Sam yesterday. So like, and there's always like everyone's. I did a video basically on a video that you have to be aware that and know that maybe you're not asking for the attention that you're getting. Maybe you didn't think about it going into it, but there's going to be a point now where whether you like it or not, you have influence. People are watching what you're doing. Even if you say, don't watch me, don't do what I do your own thing, they're going to look at you. And just like when I played football, my coach always said, you're under a microscope. The more subscribers you have, following you have, people are watching. And the piece I had said yesterday on, about Sam was similar to what I'm going to say with you now is the fact that it's like, what do we really need to look at from you guys, from you young cats? Is like, what are they potentially doing in steroids or whatever? No, it's not that. It's what are they guys doing consistently? Sam's a very consistent dude with everything he's doing, and you are yourself, and you're 21.
Yeah.
And it's like you're doing like I know people that are 20 years and up and older than me that are still trying to figure it out or just haven't really put their foot down and said, all right, I'm going to actually try this or try it and continue to do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's good that to see guys like yourself coming up, just chasing their dream and literally now living your dream. And then now you're just got to manage that dream and continue that thing. So like, get on it. Good shit for you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, Yeah, Sam is crazy fucking consistent too. I mean, listen, that man vlogs for an hour, like, but you know, as you know, it's like he cuts it down, right? So he
Yeah.
films all day and puts it out every single day. That's crazy, but like you're right, like consistency gets the results at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure to have you on, man. Like you got a bunch of gems, dude. You're one of the most mature 21-year-olds that I've ever talked to, and that's a fact. Keep doing what you're doing, dude. You're an inspiration, dude. You're motivating the hell out of me. That's for damn sure. So like
Really? Thank you.
understand
Appreciate
that.
that, man. Oh, you
Yeah, yeah.
motivate me too, man. And it's
There you
always a
go.
pleasure being on.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
this one sees YouTube because we did
It's good
record
at
another one.
100%.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Really appreciate that. Thanks so much.
Yeah, brother. Until next time, guys, make sure you follow my boy. Head over to his retaliationproject.com. Head over to his site. Pick up some clothes. They're bomb. The quality's above and beyond. And if you want to, guys, head over to my channel. Go to my page and grab some hats, some t-shirts, the works. Until next time, you know it is Iron Sharpens Iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.